What up guys, Mac Daddy Dipper here. I'm Big Mac and I'm going to be your host for today's video. Uh, Quickest update, as y'all know, before I used to have longer hair. Well, it's gone. I cut my hair. And the reason why is I just got tired of dealing with long hair. I do not like long hair because there's a reason why there is a slight reason why I don't like long hair. I believe men should look like men and women should look like women. I believe men should have, clean cut hair, clean shave. I mean, facial hair I don't have no problem against. My dad has facial hair. I have no problem, but my preference is, guy should look like a guy. A girl should look like a girl. I don't like seeing guys out there with their long hair that they condition and shampoo every friggin' day and look like a fucking queer. Yeah, I said it, queer. If you don't like it, get off the channel. And for that matter, no, I am not homophobic. I do have gay friends. It's nothing personal to them. There's a difference between a gay person and a queer. Trust me. I've even got a gay person. A gay person has my back. Not in that way, you dirty-minded bastards. Anyway, gonna pack us a little coat straight, and I'm gonna answer a question that was given to me. It was such a good question that I figured I'd do a video about it. So let's sit back and pack it up right quick. I just found this under my bed. It's been good, but the date's still good, so that's a good thing. Oh yeah, still good and fresh. Alright, so the question was asked in my math class. It was kind of collective, but and the question was, what are my religious reviews? Or my religious reviews, I should say, not reviews. But when I tried to give them, I was labeled as an atheist or like a non-believer, when that's nowhere near the truth. You want to know the truth? Here it is. I do believe there is a God. I believe in Jesus Christ and all that, and I believe in the Bible and all that good stuff. But some things in the Bible do contradict themselves. They say, and I'm not saying I support any of this stuff, but it's just a little bit of a contradicting I've seen. If Adam and Eve were the first people ever created on Earth, okay, they had two sons, Cain and Abel. Who'd they reproduce with to produce more humans? Think about it. Eve was the only female there out of 3 people. Therefore, Cain and Abel had to sleep with their mother. As disgusting as that sounds, that's logic. That's why technically everybody in the world is related to each other twice. For that simple reason. I don't exactly know how it works. I read this online, because when someone asks me a question, I like to do my research on it, especially if it's one like this. But it said, like, according to some university that were all related to each other twice. Um, then also, and that contradicts one of the sayings that you should not lie with anyone in the family. Cain and Abel did. They're biblical figures. There's one contradiction. And that is the banning of incest. I mean, and don't get me wrong. I do not support incest or anything like that. That is just morally wrong. That is actually genetically wrong too, because the human. I'm not going into human anatomy here, but because I don't have no degree in that. But that's kind of the main contradiction. And if you, I mean, that's the only main contradiction I can really think of right off the top of my head without actually reading into the Bible. And plus, it always says to love thy neighbor and to turn the other cheek. But yet, the Bible talks about, David versus Goliath. David didn't turn no other cheek when he shot that damn giant with a slingshot. He ripped old Goliath a new one. But I guess it did say there's a time for peace and a time for war. But, and I respect anyone's religious views, sorry. I respect anyone's religion. I don't care if they're Christian, Buddhist, atheist, Islam, Hindu, all that good junk. Um, and there's, I grew up in a Christian family. Okay? I went to church. I was born a Methodist. Now I'm not really anything. I'm just a believer. But there's one main reason why I don't go to church anymore. It's been probably about going on 3 years now since I set foot in a church. I quit going to church because I realized a lot of preachers all worship the same thing, and it wasn't Jesus Christ or God. It was the almighty dollar bill. All they used to talk about was money this, money that. If you did not give money, you were going to hell. I believe in giving money. I do believe in giving money, as tithe or however you call it. But I don't believe you should just preach on and on and on and on about it. Because that right there is your main ticket to hell. If you're using the church for greed, no. Plus, I don't like all these mainstream churches. Like here, we have a church called the Torch. It's a big, fancy, almost looks like a coliseum almost. I know that church all too well. I was nearly killed there in a head-on collision. But churches like those disgust me. Because you do not need a multi-million-dollar building to worship a religious figure. And the reason I said religious figures, I mean that for all religions, not just Christianity. You do not need a multi-million-dollar complex to worship anybody. I believe church is good. Yes, church is very good. But you don't need to turn it into to a some kind of event, or else people are going to go there for the wrong reasons. Like, oh, it's popular. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. No. I would much rather respect a small town church, one of those old timey churches back in them good old days. But these churches, those big Coliseum churches nowadays, they disgust me. And those preachers on TV, they disgust me even further. Because all they want is money. All they want you to do is donate that money so they can stick it in their pocket and make you feel good. They use hoaxes by staging people that can walk that were suddenly handicapped. And I've seen it firsthand sometimes, and all these people are jumping up and hollering and crap, and I'm just thinking, what a bunch of baloney. You know, there's, I believe in miracles, and I believe that God does have His way with miracles. I believe some of the things that have happened to me was a miracle. Like I said, I was nearly killed in a head-on collision. And by nearly killed, I mean the motor ended up in my front seat. Had someone else been driving that car, or my truck, and I'd been in the front seat, I wouldn't be making this video today. I escaped without a scratch. I had, I had a few scratches. Don't get me wrong, I was pretty busted up. Big seatbelt line here. My knee went through the steering wheel, but I escaped without serious injury. When I've seen people that got in far less serious crashes end up dead. You know, everybody knows of the people that had drowned over about a year ago. Job Hart and what's his name? I cannot think of his name. I'm sorry. I cannot think of names. It's 3 in the morning. I can't think. But I've swam both places where those two boys have drowned. And where Job drowned, I swam there 2 weeks before. Could have just as easily been me. But, which is unfortunate for their families. My condolences go to the families and everything. But, and another thing why I'm not really religious, so to speak, 2 words: Bible thumpers. Bible thumpers are the most annoying people on the face of the planet. Don't come up to me and shove a Bible in my face telling me, oh, if I don't do this, I'm going to hell, blah, 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 blah. Get a life, grow the fuck up, and leave everyone the fuck alone. Speaking the word of God is one thing. Forcing religion upon another is a whole nother story. And that is a story that will ultimately get you the fastest ticket to hell. That is the #1 fastest ticket to hell. Religion shall not be forced upon a person. It should. They have their beliefs. You have yours. Leave it at that. If they choose not to believe, that's their choice, not yours. But don't come up to them and be like, you need Jesus! Don't do that. That is a big no-no. Another thing. Don't associate your religion with when you're trying to hide from something, or associate it with a business. We have a local gym here. I'm not going to say the name of it, but the person that owns it calls it a ministry. There's a website where you can donate to the ministry. When the lady that owns the place is not an ordained priest, nor is it a ministry. It's a gym. You lift weights there, not worship God. Anyway, that's my religious views. Let me know what y'all think on this video. I appreciate all the comments and everything that y'all have. I don't care if it's good, bad, or whatever. Just voice your opinion and let me know what you think. But without further ado, I'm going to get out of here, y'all. It's been fun making this video, and I hope to get back to y'all soon. It's Mac Daddy Dipper, and I'm out here, y'all. Peace.